had several people reach out lately wanting to have a better understanding of how to care for your topper. So I thought I would do that for you today. I think it's easiest to take your topper in the shower with you. Take it in the shower, wet it under the nozzle. My favorite shampoo to use on the toppers is this Vizio. I love it because it's natural, it's very moisturizing, and it's sulfate free. Those things are super important. And of course, if your topper's dirty, you're going to come here on the inside and shampoo the actual topper, and then just give a gentle shampoo through the topper. Once you feel like you've got that good and clean, you're going to rinse that under the nozzle of your shower or in the sink, whichever one you have found that is easiest for you. So after you've shampooed, you're going to take a little bit. I'm still using the same line, Vizio shampoo and conditioner, and I'm just putting a little bit of the conditioner through there, comb it through. I'm going to rinse that. I love using either a really porous towel or some paper towels at this point when you come out of the shower. Just lay your topper, squeeze as much moisture as you can out of it first, then lay your topper in a towel, wrapping it, and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the moisture. Styling your topper and achieving some volume without having to use a lot of product. That's what I'm showing you today. And I think it's so much easier to style a topper on a mannequin. And so I use 2 pins in the front, 1 pin in the back, and I am pinning into the little silicone trim piece of the topper, not into the silk part of the topper. Not here, but here right at this edge you'll see a little piece of rubber or silicone there. And then I love using that same Vizio brand that I showed you in shampoo and conditioner, and just a couple of pumps, and I'm just putting oil pretty much on the ends. Blow dry, but just a couple of little tips is I use my hands, I'm lifting up those roots, getting volume. You can let the topper air dry for just a little bit. The more that it air dries, the longer it air dries, you're not going to get as much lift or volume in the root area. So if you do it that way, you may want to walk by every now and then and just kind of do a little tousle on the root. Also, you can take the mannequin and you can blow dry the topper upside down, and that's going to give you a little bit of lift at the root too. Another trick that you can do if you're not interested in putting heat on your topper, or you don't have the time every day to curl it when it's needed for the volume, you can use these Velcro rollers. These are Conair. There's different brands of them. And you simply could place a couple of rollers, especially in the top and the crown, at night. The first day when you're washing it like we did today, you could place those in on damp hair, and then you also could every night, I put my topper, the one I wear for volume, I put it on the mannequin and I just throw a few Velcro rollers in it and leave it for the night. And when that dries or the next day, you'll have a little lift in volume there in the crown where you want it. So I have started doing some big soft waves on this topper, and I want to show my client and you that she's asking me to show styling a topper so she can style hers at home. And the main thing that I want to show you is when you're doing curls on your topper, I am curling it all the way down to the base. If she wants lift, which this client that's asked me to demonstrate does want lift. So I am coming all the way down to the root, giving it the lift there, and then sliding it down to create the curl. And that's going to give her lift. If she wants lift right here on the front of her bang, I can take that. I can come all the way down to the root. That's what's going to give it the lift. And then I can come on down and do the curl. She could do the same thing if you imagine that this was a round brush, and she would be blow drying, setting her round brush there to create her height and then come on down. So just to show you a couple other ways to achieve your lift and your volume is after you've done that curl, you can do what I call scratching. You've seen me do this. It's almost like a little mini back combing. You can see that that gives it some lift. She also could take it. My client that's asking me to demonstrate, hers is blonde, and so the hair is naturally a little bit finer than this silver. It's just beautiful. But she can just naturally take that a little bit. Product. You're going to ask me, can you use product? You can. It's just the more product that you use, the more often you're going to be shampooing. And, you want it to last as long. I would just stay away from hairspray. If I needed to do anything, if the roots just felt way too soft and fine and flat, I could spray just a tiny little bit of I guess my favorite thing would be a dry wax. I love that for a little bit of volume on the root, but I just don't think it needs it. I think with shampooing it with the right shampoo and conditioner, blow drying it using your hands halfway through, blow drying it upside down the way I showed you, using the curling iron in the method that I showed, I think it's got plenty of lift, and it's absolutely a stunning hairpiece. So want to know more about finding the perfect topper for you and how to take care of it, how to style it, and how to order? Simply reach out, Kim at cloud9salon.com.